All right, hi everybody. I'm just coming to you with a recent grocery shopping trip that I did, and I just want to let you know that I attempted to buy as much as I can to kind of stock myself for the rest of the month, like big items and main items, and then if I needed to get something that's here and there, a little something. So all in all, I spent $217 on what I think is a month's worth of groceries. And that's gonna be this bag here, which is not full, okay? This one over here, which is pretty full, and this guy over here. Now I'm not working off of an empty fridge or an empty stock pile of stuff in my cabinets. So I do have some staples. I've got tomato paste. I've got some sardines. I've got a little ramen emergency. I have a little bit of lentils left. I'm gonna make that today. I've got some, I got some tomato. I got beans. I've got some beef stock and some pepper. And then over here, I do have some penne. I got some pasta and I have some cereal. And basically, random things like instant oatmeal and maple syrup. And here's for my spices and randoms. Okay. And in the fridge, this is where I needed some basics. So I have no more milk. Okay. I have no more eggs. I've got no more butter. Okay. So those were the big items that I need to go get. But I do still have some leftover rice. I have some chicken that I'm going to make a soup with. I've got some English muffin. I've got some green bananas that I boiled. I've got some bacon, duck. That's from a while ago, but it's smoked, so it's okay. I've got some pancetta. I've got some cheeses in here. I've got kale, celery, carrots, onions. So I got some basics for any stew, and I got some items in my freezer. I got some shrimp, and I got some peppers. All right. The reason why I'm showing you is because even though it looks like I have a lot of stuff, and I do, but I have 3 people here, and we make our own lunch at home, and we make our own breakfast and our own dinner. So I'm buying $200 worth of groceries. I want to make sure that it complements what I already have, and it's going to take me to the end of the month. And how did that happen? Because this also includes 4 canned soups from Progresso and 2 microwavable lunches. These are for my husband because he works from home. During the day, he doesn't have a lot of time for lunch. Sometimes he has to do it really fast, and he wants something that he can do without thinking, right? No cooking, no major prep or anything like that. So that is already ready-made food, and that tends to be expensive. So I did include that in there. But what I did get was, I've got some lettuce. I'm not gonna do too much stuff, but I got some beans. Beans are always good. I got some white beans for soup. Here are some of the soups. Now I make my own soup, obviously, but again, for him, I got some organic milk. I always buy organic milk, whether you think it's necessary or not, is whatever. This is what I buy, so it's just based on mine. I got 2 things of butter. Here's a good one, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are not expensive, and they're filling, they're hearty, they're part of a major part of a meal, right? Same with potatoes. I did get some canned tuna, which I make with pasta. Pretty much pasta and maybe in a sandwich. So that's good quality. Was expensive, but I think it's worth it. I got smoked salmon again. Some seafood. I got some loose mushrooms. This is the key. The key is whole food. Whole food. I got some eggs, also organic. I've got only what I'm gonna cook. Like I bought 1 zucchini, a loose zucchini, 1 zucchini. I'm gonna make zucchini with tomato sauce and penne pasta. I'm gonna make a big batch and I'm gonna eat it. It's gonna last me a couple of meals probably throughout the week. And I have here parsley, some green onion. I've got leeks. I can make potato leek soup. Yukon Gold potatoes, like 1 or 2, a leek, some chicken, a chicken little stock or chicken broth that you have. You cook it. That's also lunch or dinner. And I got, these are the potatoes. I got the mousse. You know, I bought this broccoli head. You know how much this was? It's just loose. It's just loose. It was like $4, $5. So I'm like, yo. Okay. 2 Spanish onions. I just looked for the cheapest onions, not yellow onions. It actually wasn't that cheap. The Spanish onions. And I got some peaches. Let me see what else did I get in here. And, oh yeah, I like cookies. Biscoff. I got peanut butter because I already have jelly. And I have some bread. And, let me see, some corn. Sardines, you know, this is a secret powerhouse. I'm telling you, it has amazing nutrition, relatively cheap. Just get good quality ones. I like the ones that come from Spain or Portugal. And I got some thins. Mozzarella cheese. This is expensive, but I'm gonna put this in a couple of different pasta dishes. And here are the meats. I got some beef chuck. I had them cut it in chunks because I'm gonna make a stew out of it with the potatoes. I got the mushrooms. I have leftover red wine. I'm gonna make a big stew, and I got the paste. That should be it. And I've got a sausage, and I've got some lamb for another dish. So I got plenty of beef, fish type options, and vegetable options. And I have staples like potato, pasta. I have some rice. I have wild rice. I have bulgur wheat. Stuff for salad. And this, envisioning in my mind, is good for maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks at least, given the stuff I already have in my fridge. And like I said, there might be some odds and ends here and there, but that was $217. So even with another $100 or $150 of odds and ends, that's going to be under $400. And for me, that's a win, because I was spending a lot of money on food. Just because I was getting like organic of everything and lots of seafood, which is great. Seafood's good, but like we got to tone it down. All right, so that was my spiel. Have a great day. Bye.